Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. Blue skies. Sunshine. What a day. Let's take a walk.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Weeb Squad podcast. This is episode 2, and with me, I got my boys.
Hello, NightWing returning.
Hello, it's me, He-Man.
It's me, Potato Nick. I got a skeleton.
Alright, as you guys can see, we got Funless subbing in for He-Man today. Sorry He-Man couldn't make it. He's out doing He-Man things, so we can still continue on though, you know? Alright.
Should be good.
Alright.
We gotta keep going.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Alright, let's get this show on the road then. Let's start like we used to back in the day. Let's say some stories, maybe something that happened recently, something that's kind of interesting. If anyone wants to start.
I'll start.
Alright, let's hear from Potato Nick.
So a while ago, I recently, well, not recently. I was working out like half of like last year, and so like I that's just a context. I was working like half like last year, and like I think it was like a couple days away from my birthday. I was going to my gym, and I looked down below my feet while I was going to my gym, and I see a $100 Jamaican bill, and I'm like, oh damn, we in the money, boys.
Hey man, that's a lot of money.
So after I work out and after I go home, I look up and see how much this costs. 75 cents.
Fuck.
Damn.
Yeah.
You're fucking rich, dude.
Yeah, you know, I could buy like a lollipop.
I'll head it off next with the stories. I live over around in South Carolina, and we just got snow for like the first time in like 4 years. So it was pretty cool. My family's from the north, so we got to enjoy and indulge ourselves in the snow antics that we used to have. So that was cool. And my sugar glider peed on me this morning, so I had to deal with that.
You've got a sugar glider?
I do. His name is Toby.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man. He's
How
pretty
old
cool.
is
He okay. I got him in November, and I got him at 9 weeks. So he's around the time that they would be counted as teenagers. So he's being really edgy and angsty with me, and
What a
peeing
big
on me.
boy.
Yeah, he's maturing. They get a bald spot on their forehead when they mature, so he's like losing his hair.
Is he saying
Is he
Radiohead is his favorite band?
Hmm?
Is he saying Radiohead is his favorite band?
I woke up in the middle of the night and heard him humming a tune.
Is he jerking off everywhere?
They have like a cloaca.
A cloaca?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought they're not birds, are they?
No, they're marsupials.
What is he, like, okay, is he fingering himself everywhere?
I don't. He has like 2 tubes that come out of his hole, and they like twist to form the appendage. And I don't know. It smells. It smells real bad.
Alright.
Alright, I guess I'll go next. So for the past, for today, and I'm gonna have to do this tomorrow and Saturday too. I was working at my aunt's house. She was moving and having a estate sale because she had all this stuff that she didn't want to take with her or store it anywhere. So I'm in charge of upstairs, which is basically where all this electronics and stuff is. And the weirdest people come to estate sales, I swear. Like, there was this one guy that would just he like came in, plopped himself right down next to the CDs, and what am I thinking here? He just plopped himself right down next to the CDs and took all and looked through them each one by one, and like he put on his glasses and was looking very into it, just checking each CD if they were like damaged or whatever. And then he had this little scanner thing that he would just scan the CDs, like if it had a barcode on there, and he was like on his phone looking up all the prices. I'm guessing he was looking for what he could get a profit on, but my goodness, he was very detailed. It's almost like he does this quite often.
Like the storage hunters.
Exactly.
Weird.
But and then there were these other two guys. They got there like almost immediately when it started, and were there for just like 2 hours, just looking through everything and grabbing. They bought like half of all the stuff. It was crazy. And of course, you got the old people that come into these things. My goodness. They just talk and talk and talk. And they'll repeat the same thing 300 times because they're old and forget that they said it. Ugh.
I used to have something like this in my house.
They're old and smell like decaying corpse.
I used to invent these things.
But I was there for like hours, and it was just so annoying having to. I was like trapped. I couldn't do anything. So after a while, I was like, "Yeah, can we? Me and Matt run to Starbucks. Matt's my brother." And my mom said, "Yeah, sure." And so we took my older brother Nathan and my younger brother Matthew to Starbucks, and we went to the one further away, just because we didn't want to be in the house for so long.
I mean, does it feel? Do you feel accomplished with a good day's hard work?
I mean, I do, because I mean, I did something to help someone out, so I always like that. But even so, it's still just tedious. It's not like it's
I
hard
get it.
work.
Just kill all the old people. No, I'm serious. It'd be easy. They don't
We're
even
all-
know what they are.
We're overpopulated as it is.
Yeah, what do they contribute? Just get rid of them.
But that's how I spent my day today. And so Will, you have anything to share? Or?
Well, yeah, actually. So, I've been visiting family down in Southern California. And Southern California happens to have like a really high amount of meth heads
Yes.
around. Yeah. And I'm in a place called Temecula. And it is quite possibly the worst part of Southern California. And my parents live in a really nice house, but like it's super secluded in the desert. And our neighbor recently apparently had the DEA show up. Yeah, his like barn, because he's been running a ring for years
Oh my gosh.
of like a drug den. Like underneath his house, they were producing, I think, heroin or something.
Oh.
My
And
goodness.
So like
My
they had the
parents were
lab
made-
and everything.
yeah, they had like a lab underneath their barn, and my parents were made evacuated from their house because like they brought in like 20 guys or something.
What the heck?
Yeah, and our houses were like, or they are very close together, and there wasn't a shooting.
Did they like use your house as a
But-
point?
No, I don't think so. Their house is like higher than ours on a hill.
Oh, okay.
But there wasn't a shooting or anything. But I think the guy attempted to burn down the barn as soon as they got there, and it just turned into this huge ordeal. My parents have no idea what happened to the guy. Like he went missing after that. So that's something, right? Other
Yeah.
than that, this place has been fucking boring. There's nothing to do.
Aren't there still like wildfires going on?
Well, yeah, but that's California. That's not
Okay.
interesting. That's just life.
Yeah. Spontaneous combustion.
Like, you know how it snows in Canada?
Hmm.
It's like that, but with fire.
we just catch on fire.
Yeah, no one really pays any mind.
They're just
kinda
going to work
happens.
with the forest on fire.
And it's gonna
Yeah.
happen anyway. Nature
Yeah.
finds a way to catch itself on fire anyway.
It does. You better watch out.
All
But that's
right.
about it.
All right, well, let's get into the next topic. Thank you all for sharing. So next up, we're going to talk about our New Year's resolutions. It is the new year. This is the first podcast of the year, so let's just share our New Year's resolution. Let's go in order of the room in the Discord. So NightWing, start us off, and we'll just go in that order.
Alrighty, my dudes. All right. So for 2018, I'm seeing. I want to do a lot of improvement on myself. That's gonna be my resolution. Just all around, just self improvement. Last year was crazy and dumb, and I'm just looking. I feel like 2018 is just nothing but up because I went straight down. So you can only climb up after falling down so far.
Well,
So my New Year's resolution is just a lot of work on the self image and my mental state.
You want to become an alpha male?
Yes, that is the intended goal.
How about you stay like a goblin like the rest of us, huh?
I gotta lead the pack.
well, 2017 was pretty cool for me. I started working out, and I can't really make that my New Year's resolution because I'm working out anyway. So for 2018, I'm gonna. Well, here's the thing. I had a journal that I wrote like a lot of my thoughts in. For some reason, I stopped writing in it. So for 2018, I'm gonna try and write in it more. Just get my thoughts down. In case something happens.
Ooh. Was it like a dream journal?
Kinda, yeah. Kinda.
Okay. That's cool.
I also wrote like day-to-day like things on it too. I also like want to start learning how to play the guitar. That'd be cool.
I started doing that like mid 2017. It's really fun.
Do you have any like goals to start learning how to play guitar, or is it just like something you want to do as a whim? Or on a
Something
whim?
I want to do as a whim.
Cool.
Gotta have a hobby.
Yes. Instead of playing fucking TF2.
I mean, being able to just whip out a guitar and throw some tasty tunes is pretty cool. So
Tasty licks.
those riffs.
Ooh. All right, I guess it's my turn. All right, so most of you listening, you know that I'm kind of a rager. Just a little bit. I might yell here and there at people, and call them names. Say they're using crutch weapons. Only a little bit though.
Yes, only a little bit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never seen you do that.
It's all just fun.
But recently I've noticed that kind of mindset of yelling, calling people names, and being an overall egotistical narcissist, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of toxic. It's kind of bled into here in my Discord with my group of friends, and I'm not actually a egotistical person at all. I'm not very mean at all. I just kind of play it up on the server. So lately I decided I'm going to tone it down a bit, cuz it's reflecting poorly in the call, and I don't want to flame my friends, I don't want my friends thinking I'm some sort of narcissist. That's not cool at all. So I'm going to tone it down this year, and I hope I can do that.
Self-image.
Is it also based on one of the topics we're going to talk about later?
No, actually, I decided this before that.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's mine. That's what I want to do for the new year. Hopefully, I can get my reputation a little bit better, and not flame as much.
That's good. That's good. I'm
In
proud.
defense, I think it's all in good fun. A little bit of salt adds to the gameplay.
Oh yeah, I completely understand. Like, I did it because it got laughs. That's why I originally flamed. I just think that I'm kind of overdoing it, and it's reflecting into the Discord, which I don't like.
Well, I totally overdo it.
I mean, yeah, if you meme too much, sometimes it just becomes a normal thing.
reality.
Yeah.
That's true with any joke.
Oh yeah.
All right, Will. What about you?
Oh fuck. Okay. Yeah, I'm starting college in
Ooh.
winter.
Ooh.
This in about 12 days. And I'm gonna go into neurobiology.
Hell yeah.
Dang.
That sounds complicated.
I mean, yeah. So I might not fully commit to it, but I'm hoping to. It has like a bunch of requirements that I don't hit yet.
So,
So
what you said? Neurobiology?
yeah, I
Is that
want to. What?
Is that like the study of like nerves and stuff?
It's like brain science,
Ooh.
and I want to go down and build like robot arms and stuff.
Oh, like prosthetics?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Not
heck yeah.
prosthetics, but like what's the word? Prosthetic is more like isn't it more just for show or?
I mean, they have some neurosciences have created like the ones that connect into the body,
Yeah,
and
that's
they're able
more.
to move it with the muscles that were there.
That's more what I want to do.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's cool. That's awesome.
And then I want to build myself a robot body and become an ultimate Chad.
Become the ultimate alpha.
Exactly. Why work out when I could just build my own body?
I'm thinking the wrong way the entire time.
Wait, what? You've been?
I'm thinking the wrong way the entire time.
Exactly.
We just need big brains to make bigger bodies.
Yeah.
The secret to becoming a Chad was watching Rick and Morty this whole time.
What did Chads do before Rick and Morty?
There were no Chads.
No, it was the Big
They
Bang.
watched Jimmy Neutron.
What about the Big Bang Theory?
Oh, that too, of course.
That's true.
That's for true fucking Albert Einsteins, alright?
Totally.
Also, I've been gaining way too much weight recently. I used to look like I was on heroin myself, actually. Like I had a terrible cystic acne, and I weighed 150 pounds while being 6'5". But I just gained about 90 pounds, and it's none of it's muscles, so that's really bad. So I'm just like this flabby man baby right now.
Well, as soon as you start working out with stuff like that, it's gonna be really easy to turn it into muscle.
I mean, I don't want to become a buff or anything. I want to be thin.
Do you want to be
slender.
like cut?
Nah, just slender.
Oh,
Cause I'm one of those fucking queers, you know.
You're not a fan of looking like your main?
Like the heavy?
Yeah.
Yeah, not really.
that'll end up being harder than just to straight cut everything.
That's like you have to become buff and then fat,
Yeah.
which sounds really difficult.
Whenever you gain a lot of weight, and if you're trying to like lose it, the easiest thing is just to work out and then turn
Oh,
it into
yeah.
muscle.
I'm sure, but I'm gonna go on ketosis.
A what?
Diet. It's like it's when your body starts burning fat. It's like in a state of being. I have to read more up on it, but a few
You have
friends
to
of
like
mine are
starve
doing
yourself.
it. You have to eat no carbs,
Oh.
which sounds awful, but I'm
Possible.
committed.
That's cool though.
I think
Power
I have
to
a
you.
friend that does that, and he just loads up on protein.
Yeah, you're supposed to load up on protein and fat.
Yeah, he eats a lot of bacon and meat. So.
Hell yeah.
And he stays thin?
Yeah, it's not
yeah.
the fat that makes you fat.
No, you're right.
It's the thought of being fat that makes you fat.
It's thoughts.
Mind over matter.
Exactly.
Well, sorry, it's the sugar that makes you fat. Yeah.
Right.
So no sugar, no carbs.
No
That's
good
basically
stuff,
what I'm
basically.
gonna do. Yeah. Just vegetables. Ugh. Not even fruit, man.
You know,
Anyways.
I work out, but I hate vegetables.
Dude, how are you gonna become a big boy?
Yo, right? If you cook broccoli right, it's like legendary tier. Like,
I like
I
broccoli,
disagree.
Nah, you've never had good cooked broccoli, then if it's
Cooked
steamed,
broccoli, raw broccoli is
no.
fantastic.
If you steam it
Veggies.
right and salt it perfectly, it's like the best vegetable out there.
You're sleeping on the green pepper, my dude.
Ooh, I love green peppers. Oh
Green
my
peppers
god.
Peppers are
ridiculous.
fruits.
They're vegetables.
No, they're fruits. They've
Whoa,
got
whoa.
seeds in them,
Oh, hold
right?
on.
Ooh.
You're breaking my world, man.
All right, before we go any deeper, let's move into the next topic. How about that? All right, so 2018 just started, new year, new me, right? And so what are some things you guys are looking forward to this year? I mean, obviously Will has his aspirations to look forward to, but is there anything outside of your control, any like media or something that's coming out this year that you're excited for?
Infinity War's coming out this year, right?
I think so, actually.
Part 1? I'm actually really excited for that. Because the only thing Marvel's doing right is their movies. So I'm excited for that.
Oof.
And I'm also excited for DC Comics to continue doing Doomsday Clock, because that comic book is so freaking good.
No more Suicide Squad. No more.
Please, no more Suicide Squad.
No more.
No more of the Emmy-winning Suicide Squad.
Did that movie do well?
No.
No.
Terrible.
It got an Emmy for makeup and design.
Really?
That's fair.
Was Killer Croc all
They all look like
practical?
shit.
Was it practical makeup or was it CGI?
I think it's practical.
That's impressive if it's practical.
It still looks like shit though.
Because Killer Croc looks like shit normally.
He looks like a mutant turtle.
I'm excited for some of the movies this year as well. Is Black Panther out yet? When is that?
I think Black Panther's coming out before Infinity War.
Yeah, it is.
Hold on, let me look that up.
I'm excited for that.
I was confused when Black Panthers talked about, because I'm not sure if they're talking about the organization or they're just talking about the superhero.
The superhero.
Yeah, I got that now, but still.
Also, apparently Kendrick is producing like a soundtrack for it, which is pretty. He's one of my favorites, so that's nice that he gets to do it.
Well,
Kendrick who?
Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
February 16th is Black Panther, so that comes out before Infinity War, which is May 4th.
All right.
It's on Star Wars Day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Star Wars Day.
That is Star Wars Day.
May 4th. Any more exciting 2018 antics we're looking forward to?
Well, I mean, I don't really know what's gonna happen this year. You know, a lot of things up in the air. I know next week I'm going to a concert. I'm going to see Pond at Warsaw in Brooklyn. That's gonna be pretty cool.
That is gonna be cool.
I think, I don't know, so don't quote me. I think there's going to be another room Q&A with Tom Wiseau and another Screaming of the Room this year at Sunset or something.
I want to go to a Sunset Festival one year.
I don't think it's Sunset Festival. I think it's just Sunshine.
It's Sundance. I think that's what it's called. It's called Sundance. It's like the movie festival where they just screen a bunch of indie movies.
No. It's not that. It's like a screening of the film. It's in Sunset Theater, Sunset Cinema.
They're putting it in theaters everywhere.
What, The Room or?
Yeah, The Room.
Oh, I'm mad that they didn't show The Disaster Artist everywhere. I really wanted to see that.
Oh, I saw it. It was fantastic.
I haven't seen it.
It's for a very niche crowd.
Really?
Is it?
Yeah, you have to have seen The Room to fully understand everything. I mean,
so that means 20 people in every state guaranteed.
I mean,
you'd actually be surprised how many people have seen The Room.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure way over 5 million people.
I mean, the theater I went to that showed it was decently full, and it wasn't the first showing either. It was midweek kind of thing, like a week after it came out. So
Still, it's not like gonna get like fucking
yeah,
like
Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Well,
Like
that's a
level.
terrible comparison. I mean, Star Wars, this thing that's existed for half a century, and it has not half a century yet,
Long
but
enough.
long enough. Like it has a following, a cult following, a
I mean, The
fanatic
Room has a
following.
cult following too,
That is true.
Yeah,
but not
like
as big.
like there's actually a cult at this one.
I would disagree with the cult following on Star Wars. I think like
No.
Star Wars is very mainstream now.
No, I mean like a cult, like actual cults that like they sacrifice people to the god of Star Wars, to the Jedi, to the Sith.
Sacrifice to Kylo Ren's chest.
Yeah, those are some huge tits, dude.
That's where Anakin Skywalker got the blue milk.
The blue milk. No, that was Luke.
I haven't seen it yet. Don't spoil it.
I haven't seen it either.
It's not a spoiler. I can tell you that Anakin doesn't milk Kylo Ren. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yoda milks Kylo Ren.
Oh, you know what
Hell
else
yeah.
I'm excited for this year?
What?
The boys are meeting up. I can't wait, honestly.
The
Only
Weeb
the
squad
Eastern
meetup.
boys.
No,
Yeah.
we're gonna fly you over.
I could do it, but I really don't want to.
Understandable.
I have previous commitments. I have to take care of my dogs or my parents' dogs.
I don't know if I'm gonna go either because I don't really know if I'm gonna have like an extreme of income that day or that week.
You mean like work?
Yeah.
I mean, we all come on. He-Man's paying for everything. He's got the money.
Why is He-Man paying for everything? He's poor.
No, he's
I
great.
think if we take recent events, we don't know that He-Man has the money, but we know that Jonathan has the money.
All right, moving on.
Wait,
All right, let's see the next topic. We got Logan Paul posting the video about the suicide forest.
Oh my gosh.
What are y'all's thoughts about Logan Paul and the suicide forest?
I think it's stupid.
There's been so much talk about it. My one opinion on it is he can't say that it was the raw reaction and like the way they reacted was because oh my god, they're like oh my gosh, it's a dead body, right? And they're freaking out and they're laughing and they don't know what to do. And he posted it. It's a YouTube video and saying it's raw reactions, which he had control over cutting and splicing and editing and or just in general posting the video. Now if they live streamed it, I could take it, oh yeah, raw reactions, I get it. But this wasn't live streamed. This was pre-recorded and posted. So I don't think it should have been posted at all, and he should have cut the cameras right when he thought he saw it.
That is true. You know, the worst part of this video is during the beginning, like he says, "This is the next step for YouTube. This is the next big step."
He hypes
Really?
up.
Really, this is the next big step for YouTube? Do you know how many fucking people went to the suicide forest and have like videos of it on like YouTube?
Oh my god.
There's fucking thousands of them. And I'm sure like some of them see like dead bodies.
I'm honest. To me, I'm honestly not even surprised. But like, I'm more surprised about the reaction, like of the officials, the YouTube officials.
Mhm.
I mean, wasn't PewDiePie's like his entire channel was like demonetized, right? Or I'm surprised about the monetizers of YouTube. Like,
Yes.
like everyone pulled out of YouTube because PewDiePie said the N-word.
Yeah. That. Oh
and
yeah.
was
Not even that,
He was
like,
a fascist.
Before then, he made like a Nazi joke or something, and that's when
Oh,
that's when
Yeah.
Disney pulled out, and then all the
Right.
advertisers are like, "Whoa!"
No,
Logan Paul.
No.
We're
The New York Times posted a article, and that's what got
Oh
Disney
yeah, that's
to,
true.
Yeah.
That's what
okay,
got
but
Disney to pull out.
Logan Paul watched. I think he was on. I think he's in YouTube, like Kids or
Yeah,
whatever.
I think he
Yeah.
is on the YouTube's Kins app. Yeah.
So Logan Paul, who has access to all the minds of children, of impressionable children, posts a suicide video. Of course, he's going to make a fake reaction of how he's so sad and telling everyone you shouldn't do this because.
Did you watch
what
the
else would he
sorry
do?
video?
I have not watched the sorry video.
Who cares?
It's like a
Probably
minute and
fake
20.
too.
It's like a minute and 24 seconds. But the thing is,
However,
okay, sorry.
sorry.
No, it's
However,
okay.
YouTube should completely demonetize him. He should be disallowed on YouTube Kids, or else they have no like bias. They shouldn't have a bias towards him, and not a person like PewDiePie or anyone else who's been banned like this.
It's weird too because PewDiePie is like the most famous person on YouTube.
He racks in the most views for them.
No, he doesn't.
Not anymore.
He only gets about 1 million views per video, which sounds like a
It
lot, but
fluctuates.
isn't anymore.
It's usually around the 4 to 5 million mark per video, but like for 48 million subscribers that he has, that's
I think it's like
not
50
a very
now.
yeah, it
That's
might
a
be 50.
He's over 50, but it's a terrible ratio.
Yeah.
And then everyone that posted a response or a video to what Jake Paul or Logan Paul did, they their video was monetized or demonetized and taken down. Anything involving the title that said Logan Paul Suicide Forest, like, and how I think about it, they demonetized it and said it was misleading. They said the title was misleading and went against YouTube guidelines. And anyone who talked about Logan Paul right after it happened, their video was taken down.
Right now, I'm looking at Logan Paul's channel, and he gets about, on average, 5 to 10 million views per video, and maybe about 35 to 50 million per music video.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and most of his viewers are going to be children. So, I mean, PewDiePie's listeners are probably like early teens to
20s.
20s, because he's got that edgy humor that can't be beat.
And just he's been around for so long that they probably just grew up and kept watching him.
Yeah, of course. Some of the people, I'm definitely, but Logan Paul, his viewers are, no one's an adult who's watching him.
This dude came from Vine.
It's not even about that. It's just, it's scummy how YouTube's responded.
We talked about this on the Discord, but I feel sorry for like this place, this forest, because you know, like before, like Logan Paul did this, like it was like relatively like empty place. Like it's kind of like a dark place, but it's kind of like spiritual.
Because they all killed themselves there.
Yeah, that's true. But imagine all the stupid fucking kids that are gonna go to that forest and look and you're trying to find a dead body and fucking take a selfie with it.
Oh, people have been doing that already.
They probably do that a lot
hanging
before.
body. Oh, hashtag Logang. Hashtag
But-
savage. Haha.
Hashtag
this
them on
again-
the haters.
This isn't gonna help the situation that already pre-existed there.
Yeah, of course.
It's definitely gonna worsen it.
Why did he?
I don't know if it's gonna worsen it per se. I don't think maybe it will spread some visibility about the forest, but it's
I
not gonna
hope
make
so.
more people kill themselves in the forest. That doesn't make sense.
No, I wasn't referring to that. I was referring
On
to
that
people.
point, real quick, I do want to mention, like, the original video, I saw it, and he basically made it out like this was some sort of suicide awareness video.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
hated that. That's like, it's exactly what you said, Will. It's scummy. Like, you don't say, "Oh, suicide awareness. Look at this dead guy. Ha 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 ha."
That-
Look
It's
at
Wait,
it."
right
hold on.
after it's right after they find the body. He talks about it.
But
And that's the thing too.
in the beginning of the video, like what Potato Nick said, that he hyped up the video, and then what Tyro said, that he said it's a suicide awareness. That means he rewatched the footage and
Yeah.
still said it was okay to post.
It's still not surprising. I mean, this guy is basically a lizard person. He's got no morality, or he's doing it for them. I mean, everyone's doing it for the money.
Yeah.
That's just how society works. But like, he's trying to calculate the best thing he can possibly say that can rack in the most money. And since he's not the smartest guy, he fucked up and said probably one of the worst things possible. He's only like 22 years old. He's like just a little bit older than us.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I don't know. It's just weird, right?
Yeah.
The whole situation.
The whole situation was handled terribly by both parties, YouTube and Logan.
How are you gonna
Just-
take this fucker seriously about suicide prevention wearing a fucking Toy Story hat? Like, really?
I think the creepiest part about it is he met some fans after it took place, like around the end of the video, and said, "Hey, are you guys part of the Low Gang?" And then he took some selfies with them, and that just kind of grossed me out because this guy just witnessed a suicide, something that would be like
Traumatizing.
really appalling to most people, and he's just like, "Haha, selfie."
Why was he expecting to sleep there, to camp there?
That's what they were gonna do.
That was the original intent of the vlog. They were gonna camp there and be like, "Oh, it's haunted," but then
That's the stupidest thing
they
I've
saw
ever
the
heard.
body and they decided, "Oh, this is even better than a haunted camping trip." Whoa!
And then after they got out, the police inspector came up and said, "You cannot go in restricted area." And he just went, "Too late for that, bro. We've already seen it all." It just laughed in the inspector's face.
I don't like
Gosh.
Logan Paul. He's a fucker. I have a distaste for all the Vine fuckers, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul are two fucking assholes.
I have a disdain for most YouTubers. I mean, most of them either are devoid
They've
of
become
a
pretty scummy.
personality, or they become pretty scummy. Like Aaron of Game Grumps. He used to be pretty cool, but now he's kind of like he's the closest thing to a corporate scumbag.
I get it.
I think Ethan from H3H3 also falls under that category because he used to
I
be
agree. Totally.
he used to be so cool. His videos were so funny, and then he got popular, and now he stands on his like soapbox, sprouting like his moral high ground while like profiting off of all of it.
Freaking very bad at interviewing.
Oh
those
yeah,
those podcasts are cringy.
I don't care
Oh.
about how bad he is at interviewing. He's gone weird, just super strange in
I
terms of
really-
like who's interviewing.
I really didn't like how he handled the JonTron interview. He because JonTron, they're like best friends, right? They're like he helped him out when they were in New York, and whenever he started asking John about the whole situation that happened a few months ago, the controversy, John literally said, "I put this behind me, and I would really appreciate it if we didn't go into this and just moved on." And Ethan went, "Okay, but here," and then started asking him questions about it.
Yeah, that was really awkward.
I felt really bad for John.
he
I didn't
also
feel
like
bad for John, but I thought it was pretty poor taste for a friend to do that.
he also threw PewDiePie under the bus too, when he's like a hypocrite for it because
Yeah.
Ethan said the N-word before.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's wrong because he did it on accident. I did it on purpose.
You can take a lot of clips from the podcast involving things that him saying, and they just like the guests look at him and they just are like,
And then that whole thing with Keemstar, where Keemstar was like, "Hey, I reported that people think you're a hypocrite," and then Ethan was like, "Why are you calling me a hypocrite?" And Keemstar was like, "I didn't even call you one. I'm just saying people think you are one." And so Ethan like just kept talking about how Keemstar sucks or whatever. I just remember that. It was awful. Like, he blocked Keemstar and everything. This is one of the few times I actually agreed with Keemstar that Ethan was overreacting and stupid.
I didn't think these topics would be the highlight of this podcast. I thought the next one would be.
Yeah, well, you know what? Deroading is part of a podcast.
You are
right. This is like the best part of a podcast, in my opinion.
I agree.
I know we want to move on, but I think I have an opposite effect on like PewDiePie and Keemstar. I used to like not like them.
Yeah.
Now I kind of like have a fondness towards them because PewDiePie like matured more than he was like when he first began, and Keemstar's just doing it because he's funny. He's an asshole because he's funny.
He did a really good job with the recent Call of Duty swatting thing.
I don't know anything about Keemstar in the past like a year. Like the last thing I heard about him was the incident between him and Total Biscuit and how
Oh,
he should
dang.
die of cancer.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Did you
Yeah, I
well,
don't really keep up on internet drama.
the recent thing that happened was something. It was a Call of Duty wager match, and they were bet like what it was like $1.25 or something, $1.60.
Oh yeah, I heard that on the
Here's
news.
a
Yeah,
$1.25.
and the one guy beat him, and he got mad. I don't know the full story. This is all I really know. And he swatted him. He sent a SWAT team to the guy's house, and they ended up killing the guy that beat him in the wager match. And Keemstar went down and started cracking down on people and trying to find the names of who swatted him. And
Did he find it?
yeah, he ended up finding the kid and interviewed him on the show.
Fuck.
And the kid was being really like, oh, I didn't do it. I don't know. Keemstar did a good job finding that out because that was pretty crazy.
I disagree that he should have interviewed him. He should have gone to the police instead.
He did
about it.
both, I believe.
He got the name and went to the police, but then I guess still asked the kid for the interview, and the kid just said okay.
Weird. That's really weird. Huh.
He's a kid. he's
All
stupid.
right.
He was just a kid. Fuck.
I think he was like teen, like I don't know,
That's
adolescence.
fucked.
Anyway,
All
Probably
right.
denied. Oh, sorry.
It's fine. We got to get to the next topic. So speaking of internet drama, as you two Fort regulars know, recently Muai, the infamous sticky camper, was permanently banned after Zam Man decided that Muai did not uphold his end of the deal to reform and change his ways. There was a big debate going on. I think there's going to be like a vote or something. But either way, let's give our thoughts on why. Does he deserve it? Has he changed? What is the community's like? Is the way the community's reacting, is that good? Let's hear our thoughts on it. Who wants to start out?
I'll start off because mine's probably the smallest opinion out of all you guys. Like I play a lot on the railbait, but I didn't when it was prominent with Mai. So whenever he would pop in when I was playing, and his basic sticky camping strat, I really didn't like it. Very toxic. I all around didn't like Muay, and it's probably just because I'm friends with you guys, and not a lot of people in here like Muay, so I guess it's more of a bias thing. But I ended up not liking him either, and I'm gonna be real. The servers were pretty nice without him there, so my opinion is I'm all for it, and this is pretty good.
all right. I guess I'll give my opinion next. I don't hate Mai. Actually, I really like Mai. He's a pretty funny guy. And I actually kind of don't agree with his ban. I can understand like he hasn't changed like a little bit, but I think he's changed enough. Maybe I just like haven't been like around too much to like see him like really do some bad stuff. But anyway, I understand why he's been banned, and I can understand NightWing's thing about like he's like doing like too well. I don't like when he's on because he keeps killing me. There's a lot of people on the server like that for me because I suck. Anyway, I think it's a justified decision. I think Zaman knows what he's doing, and I think that what was I gonna say? I think that it's fine that Mai gets banned because like I can understand like why he would get banned. I'm talking in circles. I'm just saying that I can understand he got banned. I know Zaman knows what he's doing, but I kind of disagree. But you know, same old.
All right, Will, you want to go next?
I had a joke prepared, but I'm not gonna do it because if two other people, I don't know. I thought this was going to be overwhelmingly negative against Muai. But from what I've heard about Muai, like from mods and such, is he seems he, I don't know. He seems to be some kind of like I'd say he's a liar in general, just because like he says all these things, they don't turn out to be true, but he's like trying to save his own skin here.
Mhm.
And like the people who want him to be unbanned are a lot of like the mods who are saying to not ban him aren't active
Aren't active on the server.
Yeah, which is weird. And I don't exactly know, but I've heard evidence that he's been playing on an alt, trying to fuck with people.
Didn't that ult get banned? Didn't that happen like 2
It
days
could
ago?
have. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Zam saw an ult that was doing the same strat.
Well, like if he's done that too, like shouldn't he be banned anyways?
Yeah, because that's a breaking the law if you're permanently banned and playing
Breaking
an
the
ult.
law.
Or the law of the server. If you
Yeah.
are permanently banned and play on an ult, that's like
Right.
repeat offense kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, so he didn't really help his case here, if that's true. Like, what he could have done, going around this, is actually improve his behavior. He could have apologized to people, such as Zamman or the other mods that don't like him. There's just all these different things he could have done, but didn't. Instead, he lied and manipulated his way out of it the first time.
I don't really.
And he's trying to do the same here.
I don't really think it's Muai trying to lie and manipulate. I think it's other people trying to instigate like this whole situation into like some big like situation.
What, like Bob?
I wasn't gonna name names, but sure.
I don't know Bob, so I can do this.
That's a big one of the biggest negatives of this whole thing happening is the activity of Bob coming on the server to say his piece.
Oof. All right, I guess I'll give my thoughts. My thoughts are probably the most fleshed out because, you know, I do want to start this off by saying I like Muai. Many people might not think I do, but having him there and just me and him can argue and banter back and forth, it's fun.
It's like the rivalry thing.
Exactly. He's like my rival. And, you know, we play Left 4 Dead 2 together, you know, and we have a fun time. We're always laughing. But even though I like Muai, I can't really ignore the fact that he has not changed. And I felt this way back when I'm actually the one that reminded Zamman about the whole toxin animal rights thing about Muai, because that's when I was like, what the heck is Muai doing? This is kind of like rude. Like I pestered Toxin about it, yeah, because I'm just that kind of guy, but I didn't bring it up every single time Toxin came on to the point where Toxin would mute me. I'd sit back and giggle at Muai or He-Man doing it, because let's face it, He-Man was very involved in that. but even so, I felt like Muai went a little too far. But even so, where am I going with this? I think the ban was justified because, like I said, he didn't change. He hasn't changed up his playstyle at all. In fact, I think it's actually gotten a little more worse because his old playstyle, his main camping point was great, but he's kind of migrated into the first spawn. He might have thought, oh, this is changing, but it's kind of just worsening the problem of his unfun playstyle. It makes it to where you have to have a certain invuln, or you just have to somehow death run it like out of Muai in order to enter the first spawn to kill him.
Have a certain mindset.
So wait, he was originally banned because of his playstyle, or was
he was originally banned because of his behavior, but was unbanned because Muai got a petition from quote-unquote regulars that said that, yeah, he should be unbanned. Zamman allowed Muai to be unbanned as long as Muai promised to change whether that's behavior or playstyle.
That seems a bit vague to change, just to change
I'm
playstyle.
pretty sure he was very direct in you need to camp less and be
Right.
less toxic. Now, the camping thing, like, I don't even hold that against him. Like, it drives away new players, sure.
I don't
and
think
it's-
that's a problem.
It's annoying to deal with, and it might have worsened, but even so, his behavior hasn't changed at all either. I mean, my Toxin example, I mean, people have gone out of their way to ask Toxin, hey, did it bother you? I honestly, Toxin has the ego that I play up. Like, he actually has that ego. Like, I don't, because I play it up because it's funny. I'm pretty sure Toxin actually has that ego. So when confronted about it, I'm pretty sure Toxin would say, no, I am not offended by this, just to keep up this illusion of I'm a tough person, I can handle this. But, I mean, the evidence that I have that Toxin was actually affected by this, Toxin would go for long periods of time without saying anything in the microphone. He would constantly mute both He-Man and Muai for speaking anything about it. He straight up... There was the one thing with Logic, I forget what... He started berating Logic because of it. It's been a while, so my memory is shaky, but there were just so many things that Toxin did differently after the situation that just kind of showed that it did kind of mess with him. I'm not saying like, oh, it forced him into freaking depression. No, he showed that it got to him, and because of that, like He-Man would say, he was on damage control. And there has to be damage there to be put on damage control like that. So for Muai to instigate this whole thing and constantly bring it up, it reeks of the whole situation with Melody. Whether Melody's forgiven him or not is up on her. That doesn't change the fact that it happened. You can murder a person and the family say, oh, it's okay.
But you still murdered a person.
Yeah, you still murdered a person. Like, that's a drastic example, but I mean, it still kind of fits.
Realistically, you should have gone first.
Yeah, but mine's more
saved the best for
long-winded.
last.
Yeah, mine's more long-winded.
Save the meatiest
That's solid.
opinion for the last.
But that alone shows, hey, Muai has not changed his behavior. In fact, it's probably worsened to targeted harassment.
I was going to say that it kind of like goes into the whole he still hasn't changed when he keeps creating all these toxic situations.
And like, people are really quick to call out, oh, Tyro makes fun of people too. Tyro camps a little too on the side. Shouldn't Tyro be banned, guys? But I mean, yeah, I do it. But I didn't have an agreement that I would change. I've been pulled over to the side and Zamman say, hey, tone it down a bit with the camping or whatever. And if you've noticed, that happened like a year or two ago. My playstyle has drastically changed. I used to camp second all the time because I found second to be foolproof. But now I don't even camp second because I think it's, too good, I guess you could say. Now I mostly camp, there's the light in the sink room, and I camp sewers. I like to change it up because it confuses people.
You don't want to give away all your trade secrets.
Yeah, I got some spots up my sleeve, don't worry. But
and that's if you camp at all.
And even then, I've made sure that, I mean, unless it's like me versus 8 people, if there's if there's like 4 or less people, like on either team, I'll usually come out.
You also got to take into account you never have a lot of people talking about you and how they hate the play style and want you gone.
No, it's more about a comparison.
In fact, I'd argue the opposite, that people celebrate my play stay. No, I won the Tyro award for best demo. You can
own the Tyro award.
Yeah, you can chalk that up. you can pin that on, oh, Tyro's just popular. But I mean, Binky and Rin both got nominated, and I think they're probably better than me at Demo Man. This is the one place you'll hear me admit that, because, and if you ask me about the server later, I'll say I'm the better, but I think that people feel like my playstyle is more manageable, so that's why they don't mind admitting that it's the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I can outplay this guy, so I'm not going to. Meanwhile, with Binky, for example, oh, this guy's really good. I don't like playing against him because he's too good. I'm not going to vote him in. That's kind of a different mindset than I think, but even so, people wouldn't. Like, Muai didn't even get nominated for Best Demo this time around. It shows people don't like it. They feel like what he does doesn't take skill, so it's probably frustrating to them.
Well, you're interpreting things now, and that's...
Yeah, I shouldn't do that, but even so, I'm just trying to say, like, you can't compare me and Muai, because, for one, I didn't have an agreement to change, and for two, people don't hate on me as much for it.
You have chill as well.
Yeah. And another thing is, people chalk this up to, like, nepotism. This big fancy word. Oh, nepotism. Oh, that sounds important. If you're stupid out there and don't know what it means, it basically means...
Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know what it means. I don't know what
It means that if you have favor with the leaders, they're more lenient on you. And I would argue, yeah, that's true. Zamman favors me more than Muai. That's not like a secret. But I think the big partial reason why Zamman favors me over Muai is that I will listen to him. I won't say, yeah, I'll change, and then don't change. In fact, I did change when asked to, which people don't understand. If you're more willing to follow his rules, yeah, he's going to be more favorable to you, but that also means you're following the rules in the first place, so he's not going to have to give you favor, because you shouldn't need it. Muai might not have Zamman's favor, but that's because he's broken Zamman's rules. Meanwhile...
And his trust.
Yeah, and his
Tyro.
trust.
Let's go a little bit off of... because you've been focusing that the comparison between you and Muai is non-existent.
That's the
Which is
more
fair.
blatant comparison.
It's fair, but I mean, like saying that you two are dissimilar. But this isn't about you. This is about Muai.
I know. I'm just using
saying.
the example that people are throwing out. Another example that people give is Zero. Apparently Zero runs around the map as Scout and doesn't fight. I've never personally seen this.
I've never seen that either.
Yeah,
Zero kills me
that's
every
what
time.
people, I'm not going to name them, have been saying in that thread. And he actually said that, or they actually said that they show Zero and Thorn more lenience than Muai. Zero and Thorn, once again, did not have an agreement to change, and probably also listened to Zamman, surprisingly. Zero took his demotion very well, and has been pretty obedient in terms of rules since. And Thorn, we might not like him because he yells and gets all angry and stuff, but you can't say that Thorn doesn't follow rules. He'll take a mute like a man, too. Like, that alone, showing that you respect authority, yeah, you'll get favor, because you respect authority. Respect is earned, and Muai hasn't done anything to earn respect, unlike the other two. So, me, Thorn, Zero, whatever, whoever you want to compare it to, there's not an example that A, has an agreement to change, and B, is as drastic as Muai.
Anyway, as like closing thoughts, I think that people in the forums should just like not escalate this like too much, you know?
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
it's
think they can anymore.
escalated way out of proportion. It should have just been, okay, Muai's banned, let's get on with our lives, but people have been posting and arguing,
There's two
messaging.
reasons for that. One, they value Muai as a friend, so they're going to defend their friend, which makes sense. And two, people love drama. Oh my god, I love drama myself. I mean, I'll just eat it right up. But people will start to escalate problems just to see where it goes. Just, make it 10 times worse and maybe something funny will happen.
But where's this gonna
Yeah.
go? Muai's been banned. What are you gonna say? Unban him because it's unfair?
Well, now they're doing a vote because Smithy wasn't involved in the original discussion.
Understandable. It's understandable.
And there's lots of talk because it's escalated so abruptly. There's talk of removing the capture point. There's talk of removing the no cap rule. There's all sorts of
ridiculous.
stuff in the thread that is just outright stupid because it changes the game that people have been playing on the server for a reason for years.
For years.
Yeah.
The cap exists because it's healthy that it does exist, right?
Yeah, to
And
stop
at a certain point, people will just dead ring and do nothing and troll, right?
Yeah.
And just like delay to a certain point where there's just nothing you can do about it.
The capture point's been there. Though it's been through some changes, it's been there like since the beginning.
Yeah.
and the no
Plus
cap
it's
rule.
symbolic.
The no cap rule's been there since the beginning too, and I honestly love it because let's be real, it does promote
gonna-
fighting.
Who's gonna cap on an arena map? Seriously.
I think if the server was a cap server, it would promote more competitiveness, which maybe people don't necessarily want. Like
I'd
they'll start using
say-
strats that are more hard, like more not toxic, but just harder to deal with, just because they don't want to be capped.
I mean, I'm thinking about like Ada, for example. Ada has one NG strat where he'll just completely take over the outside area. And I'm just thinking about that with anyone can do that strat. All he does is put the sentry on the wooden stairs and ta-da. But like with a cap rule that you can cap, I can see people sentry camping it, just kind of capping every round with the sentry on there. It just doesn't seem as rewarding as, oh, my team killed all their team.
Yeah.
The cap does exist, though, for a reason, because, like Will said, you'll get the trolls, the cloak and daggers, the dead ringers, the sticky campers. And, sometimes you don't have the tools to deal with them, and, just cap them. But even so, I don't think that should be taken away. And I think that in itself has blown this whole situation out of proportion. People calling for such drastic rule changes just because one player failed to uphold his end of a deal.
Understandable. I think
I
that's
agree.
a good way to end it, really.
Sure.
Yeah, all right. Well, we got one more thing real quick. Song recommendations. We used to do this back on Railbaited. Each one of us would give a song that we've been listening to lately that, oh man, check this out if you haven't heard it. And I guess I'll go first because you might not have written yours down or something.
I've got one.
All right, I'll still go for it. So my song that I'm recommending is G Season by T.I. featuring Meek Mill. It's very energetic. The beat just punches you in the face with confidence, and you can just imagine walking into the room to that instrumental alone, and then T.I. and Meek Mill spit both of their verses are like very confident, charismatic. It just oozes with like I can do anything. It gives you a sense of strength, if I can say that. So that I've been listening to that a lot lately. Check it out if you want to. Nightwing, I guess you want to go next.
Yeah, the one song I've been listening to recently is "Sober Up" by AJR. This song's just really makes me feel happy. My girlfriend showed me this song one night when we were just hanging out, and it just really hit me. Like it made me feel really good. All the words mean something, and you can just feel what they mean whenever you hear them through it. And the beat's really nice melody. It's smooth. It comes off calm, and it gets fast here and there. So you can go with the song really easily, and it's really easy one to pick up. I recommend everyone go listen to it.
I think I'll go next. The song I want to recommend is called "Man It Feels Like Space Again" by Pond off their album "Man It Feels Like Space Again." It's self-named. Not really, but it's named after the song. But anyway, this song is like, it's like a really like an epic song, and I don't mean that like meme epic. I mean that is like it's like a journey. Like the song is like a journey like throughout like your mind, kind of like a like a light Adam Hart Mother by Pink Floyd. But this song is only 8 minutes compared to Adam Hart Mother, which is like 24 minutes long. It feels like you're going throughout a journey throughout the song, and I really like the album in general because it's qualified as space rock, which I find like pretty fucking cool. But anyway, the song is really great. A lot of like good psychedelic vibes. If you're into that type of stuff, it's also a great rock song, so I recommend it.
All right. I've got a song that I just thought of.
Ooh.
It's called "Hooker with a Penis." Bear with me here. All right. It's a song about consumerism and how we all work for the figurative, like the man,
Mm-hmm.
how we all work for him, and we are all the man as well. It's about the society we live in and how you can't take the moral high ground for selling out or buying from large companies like Apple or Coca-Cola. It's the song from the early 90s by a band called Tool, or late 90s by Tool. It's very grungy, it's heavy, and it's hard. I love it. It's pretty good.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty great because that probably would be a song that He-Man would recommend.
On a real note, yes.
All right, well, that about wraps it up. Thanks for joining us once again on the Weeb Squad podcast. We'll get you out another episode next week. Stay tuned and love you all. Thank you.
Goodbye.
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 I'll see y'all next time.